Welcome to the guest relations panel. Glad you all could make it. So we have some really awesome people here joining us today for this panel. We can go in alphabetical order, I suppose. That would be Charlie first, if you want to just introduce yourself.
So I am Chig. You can also call me Charlie, and I'm very excited to be here today. I've been a part of the guest relations team for many years now, and my favorite attraction on the server is Radiator Springs Racers. So yeah,
Good choice. Honestly, one of the best
I
on here.
know.
But cool. All right. And then Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess, also known as Jessica Cake 22. I've been here for a really long time, and if you were here for the panel yesterday, you kind of heard when I showed up, which I think was like 2014 as a cast member, I think. Yeah, so it's been a while. For my favorite ride, I really like the People Mover. It's not the most exciting on the server, but I still think it's a good one to get park points on, so I'll go with that.
That's also a good choice. I definitely agree with the park points. But yeah, cool. And so, hi, I'm Kaley, also known as K _, and I've been here for about almost 7 years now as well. And my favorite ride is Tower of Terror. Just absolutely love that ride. It's really great. I hope you all have been on it by now, but super good times. Next up, we have Lizzy.
Hi guys, I'm Lizzy, also known as Lizzy VP. So I joined the server, I want to say back in March, so right before when quarantine started. I was quite bored, so I downloaded Minecraft again, and then I decided to be part of the community because I thought it was everyone was so nice. So my favorite ride would definitely be Rock and Roller Coaster. Definitely fast and fun ride. Also, my favorite thing about being a GR is not just being on the server and going along with all you guys, but also I've met so many new friendships on here and meeting so many new friends that I thought if you would ask me a couple months ago that I met online friends through Minecraft, I think you're crazy. I would not believe you. So yeah.
Very true. I mean, we'll talk about that more in a little bit, but community here is definitely like no other. It's amazing. And then next up, we have Sarah, right? Nope, I skipped over Pandemic. Hello, Pandemic. Sorry.
Hi. So I'm Pandemic, and I have been a GR for right around a year and a half, and a GR lead for 6 months now. And it's been very exciting just being a part of this whole community. I've really enjoyed being a part of it and coming on the server and just seeing you all having a bunch of fun. And my favorite ride on the server is probably Dinosaur.
Ooh, Dinosaur is a good choice. Super fun. All right, now we have Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, also fangirl of many. I've been a GR since about mid-April, so about 5 months, and I just love coming on and interacting with all of you and riding rides and all that. And my favorite ride is Haunted Mansion. It's a classic, and I just love it.
That's a super great choice as well. Man, you guys all have some really awesome favorite rides. I didn't know this. All right, next up we have Sebastian.
Hello, I'm Sebastian, and I also go by Centrix Game on the server. I've been a customer for about a year and 2 months, and my favorite ride, that's probably gonna be Everest at Animal Kingdom. It's such a great ride. And one of the things that I really like about being a GR here is, all the interactions that I get to make with you guys, and all the fun experiences and the memories that I get to create with you guys, and have fun overall.
Awesome. Yeah, so as you guys can see, we have a really awesome panel today full of lots and lots of experience. And yeah, there are too many Franks, but it's okay. So yeah, super cool. In just a few minutes here, we do actually have a surprise for you guys, but I'll leave that up to the GRs who are running that to say when they're ready. All right, well, we'll come back to our very special surprise. So let's talk about being a GR. So, as you guys heard in our application panel, of course, on top of applying and helping out in chat and overall just getting your bearings of the server before applying and all that good stuff, you'll have an interview if you do get progressed into the next stage. We would message you over Discord, and that's how you would know. And in that interview, we're going to just go over some basic information and just kind of talk to you, see what you know, see what you don't. And then if you are hired, you will become a college program member. And the college program is not just college students, it is just an overall training rank for guest relations. And we actually do have two trainers here today, Sebastian and Charlie, and they're going to talk to you guys a little bit more about what is a trainer and what are college program members and what are the college program classes. So you guys can take it away.
Yes. So us as trainers, we are there to, assist all of the college program, the new upcoming college program with anything that they need. Like if you need help with answering questions or just going about your daily operations as a college program. Jake, do you want to take more about
Yeah,
what it is being a college program?
and we once again we just help with providing them with tips and tricks for them to succeed, as well as we assist in their trainings, um, which we'll talk about in a little bit, probably after this. So.
Yeah,
So
trainers. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, so we're there as a resource to help everyone, succeed to their uh end goal of getting promoted to GR. But yeah, go ahead, Jess.
I was just going to say trainers kind of stand as that friend that's a GR. So they know what the experience is like. They've been in your shoes. So they're a good person just to come to and be like, oh, I'm having trouble with this, or why am I not being promoted? And they can kind of give you that insight that maybe they went through as well. So it's nice to have somebody other than your leads you can kind of talk to, and maybe it's a little less formal. Not to say that it's, a scary thing to talk to your leads, because it's totally not. But trainers are good just to have a friend there that kind of understands the ground that you're on, maybe a little more recently.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to interrupt because it is time for our special surprise.
Yeah.
We have
Ooh.
a very special meet and greet for you guys today. And we're actually going to talk about how meet and greets are planned here in a second. All right, let's see if they go ahead and send out that announcement.
Who's it gonna be? Oh no.
Figment
Look at
and
that.
Dreamfinder.
An awesome meet and greet.
So yeah, you can go ahead and check that out while we continue on with our panel here. So yeah, super cool stuff. All right. Anyway, continue, Sebastian and Charlie.
All right. Yes. As you guys were saying, once they get selected, and Jake, do you want to go ahead and tell them what CP trainings are like?
Yes. So once we once the college program group is selected, they are required to attend a training where they will go over a handbook which provides important information and requirements as what to expect as a new college program cast member. And after their training, they're introduced into a class, and Sebastian will talk about the classes.
Yeah. So the class systems basically mean that you're grouped together with a couple CPs, and your overall goal is to, get or graduate on the same date, get promoted on the same date. You're working as a team, helping each other, making those interactions, helping a fellow college program if they're having difficulty finding where warp is, just general information that you may need. So on that class, the CPs are assigned a couple meetings where they will go over some feedback that they need, or some general tricks and tips of how to improve to uh, get get those skills polished up and ready to go for that promotion. And yeah, as I said, the overall goal is going to be to get promoted on the same date with your fellow class members.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, and CP classes are actually a new thing that we just started. I think we're on our 4th or 5th class now. So it's a super. What's that?
Yep, just agreeing. That sounds right.
Okay, cool. I mean, we've had so many awesome new CPs. I can't even remember how many classes we've had.
Yeah.
So, um, and it's really cool. You get to pick your own class name with your fellow classmates, if you will. And it's just a super great opportunity to work together, like Sebastian and Charlie were saying, to get promoted at the same time. And so, with the CP classes, I did want to give you guys a quick rundown of the timeline for that. So, again, this is a newer thing we have. So, that means we have a new timeline with that as well. So, typically, your first week after training, you will have just learning how to help in chat, starting to learn where things are, all that good stuff. And then we actually have a CP class meeting. As a class, we'll all get together and talk about notes, see how everything's been going so far, and kind of go from there. And then about half a week to a week later from there, we'll have another class meeting. This will typically be the final meeting where we'll actually share screens with the class and show them what it's like to be a GR, since our chat looks a lot different from our usual day-to-day chat. So, super awesome time. And I think, Lizzy, did you want to go ahead and share your class experience?
Yeah, so collectively our class name was called Disco Yetis. Something funny little memory about ours is that before the GR training, one of my friends now, or part of our class, Jamie, she fell asleep before our training, so we had to push that back. But I just thought I would bring up that little funny memory of my class.
I love that. We love the Disco Yetis.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Our current class is called Team Wakanda, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fun. Always
Yeah.
good names.
And everybody's so creative with them. It's really just an awesome thing. I'm glad that we've started these classes. And Business Monkeys, you can go ahead and tell the GRs that are helping with the meet and greet that in chat. But yeah, awesome. So as we were talking about earlier at the application panel as well, some people were wondering, so how do I move up after I'm just GR, or are there more opportunities? So we don't consider the trainer rank to be anything more above anybody else, but it does give you more opportunity to help those newer staff members and kind of show people and share your knowledge of MC Parks. So it is a great opportunity. And if there ever is any leadership changes or anything like that, we do often talk with our trainers about those as well. So that's why that's a super cool opportunity. But yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and jump right on into what it's like day to day to be a GR. So, Sarah, did you want to kind of talk about what it's like on a day to day basis?
Yeah, so we don't really have a set time as to when we come on. It just completely like whenever we're available to come on. And typically we load up Discord and we load up first the Minecraft launcher. The Minecraft launcher has to load, and then Minecraft, and we just pop in and yeah.
Yeah, so once you're on the server, what's the first thing you'll typically do once you're actually on and everything's loaded in and the resource pack is on? What's your next step?
Just say hello and move on with the day.
And make your presence known.
That's super awesome. Yeah, it's definitely, I'm sure as you guys know as well, we say welcome home to new guests, right? So, same thing with how we come on the server. We just like to greet everyone and definitely make sure that they know that there are people here to help them if they do need that. All right, and then I think, Pandemic, did you kind of want to talk about how games work?
Yeah, so as I'm sure a lot of you know, we have a lot of different games on the server. So we have like Four Corners, musical chairs, hide and seek. We can also run and find the head, all those. And we're typically running these games when there's just something that needs to happen for the guests to be entertained. So like if chat's kind of dying down, and someone wants to run a game, we're always encouraging GRs to do that as long as servers aren't like too laggy and stuff like that. So games like Four Corners, you guys know that we have an arena for that. And I don't know if you knew this, but there is like a little control area up above the lobby, and that is where the whole thing is controlled. But then another game like Find the Head, we can really do wherever we want. And I'm sure you know that because we've done tons of different locations, whether that's Islands of Adventure or Fantasyland and Disneyland. There's just a ton of areas that we can run those types of games. And I'm sure there's others that you guys haven't even seen yet, just because we have a very big variety of mini games to run.
One of my new favorites that we've done recently is also Find the Head, which is, I think a lot of you guys like that too. And I think it's a good way for you guys to really explore our different servers and getting to know secret little spots that we like to hide things.
We really want to encourage exploration and stuff like that. So that's another method to push you guys to do that.
We like to be creative with our mini games. We're always trying to explore new and fun mini game ideas for you guys to be more interactive on the servers. And again, reiterating on that, exploring other servers, not just Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. We often do other servers like Busch Gardens or Islands of Adventure. So we're always looking onto that creativity when we're doing mini games.
Yeah, and we're also constantly brainstorming on new games to possibly bring on to MCParks. And even if you're like a guest, you don't even have to be a GR or anything. You can always suggest new games and stuff like that to us, because we are more than happy to listen to your feedback and get ideas on new games.
Yeah, after all, you guys are the ones that are going to be playing the games. So if there's something that you think should be changed or even added in the future, we can definitely take that into consideration.
Also, I think it's cool sometimes that you guys on your own do mini games and hide and seek, which I think is awesome. So again, feel free if you guys want to start up your own hide and seek, which I see a lot recently. Go ahead. I think that's an awesome way to get to know each other and just kind of experience what it is before if you want to become a cast member in the team.
Yeah, super awesome. And so Busch Gardens, we do have some games on there, especially when there's a lot of people on Walt Disney World or Disneyland. We'll look at Busch Gardens, but as for actual mini games on there, we can definitely look into that. And Foxy, go ahead and type your idea as well. But yeah, so now we'll move on to meet and greets. Lizzy, do you think you can tell us a little bit more about how those work?
So before I start kind of more about it, the main idea for meet and greets is there's a lot of background planning and behind the scenes work that we do. So we kind of a big part of when we do meet and greets is communication. We like to communicate between each other and sort of picking roles and jobs that we do when it starts. So some of the roles is TP in, TP out. We have pictures, we do the queue, and we watch the chat. So yes, we do move you guys throughout the queue. As you guys can tell, we also like to make sure that it's not too laggy on the server. We don't want to have a meet and greet where it's not a good experience for you guys and it's not too laggy. So as you guys see a lot, probably is me taking pictures. So I use a free app you guys can download, which is called Lightshot. Basically what I do is I use a command and it gives me a link right away. I like to make sure the picture is nice for you guys. It's a nice background. That's also something we plan out is when the character comes out and they want to meet you guys, we like to choose where they're going to meet. So the photo's nice, but also, so I send that to you guys through your mail and then you guys see it through the link. It's just a lot of behind the scene planning that we do and to try to make the best experience for you guys.
Yeah, super cool. Thank you, Lizzy. Meet and greets are always a super fun thing, and hopefully you guys do enjoy those too. I love seeing the characters come on, and it's awesome that we have some GRs to help with that. So they always do great work. As for as many characters that possibly could come on, we do have a list of characters that do like to come hang out, and it is over, I think, 200, maybe 300 different characters. And of course, there are different characters on each park. So Universal would not have Mickey Mouse. Mickey would not want to go to Universal, for example. But SpongeBob has hung out over on Universal before. So we have a lot of different.
And Hello Kitty.
Oh yeah, Hello Kitty, of
Yeah.
course.
Amanda.
And Squidward.
I think Beetlejuice also.
So Nari, people really help out with the meet and greets if they have the time. We don't have specific people set to help out a specific character. It's really just whoever's available and whoever's ready to do a specific job.
Yeah, for sure. And Chrysler and Business, you guys kind of asked the same question with how do characters interact? Well, just like how they do in real life, it's the similar thing here on the server. So the characters just come on, greet guests, sometimes even give out special items. So that's why it's good if you see a meet and greet, go check them out because you never know, first of all, who it's going to be, and second of all, if it's going to have any special surprises. Characters talk by talking. They just type in chat just like the rest of us. And the characters are themselves. We do preserve character integrity here. I don't know if you guys have heard of this before. So just like at Disney World or any of the theme parks around the globe, the characters are themselves, right? Nobody is the character. Like Cinderella's Cinderella, right? Exactly, Garrett. Remy is Remy. And Foxy, we can see what we can do about that.
I want to hear what's your favorite interaction you had so far with characters? You guys can put in chat what's your favorite.
Thank you, Zach.
And Mickey Mouse is pretty fun.
Baby Yoda sad. Why did you make Baby Yoda sad?
Patrick?
Hello.
Also, Lucy. The characters are armor stands now just because it's a lot easier in terms of organization for the characters. And that's just part of the enhanced meet and greet throwback to the hotel song.
Garrett did get snapped by Thanos. That was
He did.
a funny one.
Probably one of the best interactions we've had yet.
Yeah, luckily Thanos was nice enough to bring him back, though.
Yeah.
You got into an argument with Cruella.
That is true, Harry. Again, Garrett got really lucky that time. Like, really lucky.
Yeah.
Mr. Frank, usually when we can, we try to have the characters meet in their usual places in real life, but sometimes that's just not possible because translating one-to-one in Minecraft makes the space a lot tighter than it would be in real life. So sometimes we have to move it around.
And most of the meet and greets are on DL, Disneyland, because it's we usually do most of the meet and greets that's happening lately is after HEA, and it gets a bit leggy. So we usually like to do meet and greets off of the main server, which is Walt Disney World. So we try to, again, have the characters go to where they can.
Penguin, that's actually a good suggestion. We can definitely talk to Donald and see if he wants to check that out. Well, in the meantime, I think we can continue the Q&A in just a moment, but Jess, isn't there something super exciting coming up really soon that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
There is. All right, guys. If you were at the meeting on Wednesday, you heard about Fall Fridays, which everybody's talking about. So obviously you guys have heard about it. Fall Fridays is going to be like the sister event basically to Thursday Fun Night. So it's all the fun stuff of fall. We're going to have a corn maze. We're going to have a pumpkin patch. We're going to have an apple orchard. Just lots of fun fall-themed things to get you in the spirit. Our first week coming up, this upcoming Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be having campfire karaoke. So you can come sing your heart out. Go in the Fall Fridays channel and find that link. It is pinned up in that chat, and go ahead and sign up if you're going to sing. Looking forward to that. And everybody that comes the first week is going to get a special item. You don't even have to do anything. All you have to do is show up. So that's pretty easy to get. Yeah, somebody needs to sing the SpongeBob song. I would be really sad if that doesn't happen.
Yes, CAMPFIRE.
I have an idea. We should just play it on the bot and let everybody sing that.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that can be the group song.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think you should.
Mm-hmm.
All right, looks like Disneyland is back up.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Mike.
All right, and then after we have our karaoke the first week, our second week, I believe, is going to be the maze. So there's going to be a big corn maze that you'll be able to go through, get you a prize at the end. These Fall Fridays are a little less competition-esque than Thursday Fun Night. So if you're the first person, you're going to get the same prize as the last person to come through. So don't be upset if you're not the first one to win or whatever. Yes, this was made with Garotron in mind. We did make sure the parkour are a little bit harder to finish. Same thing with the maze. We thought it through, I promise. Yeah, the parkour is a lot of fun. It's a little bit challenging, but I've been doing it, a little bit, and it's not too hard after a while. Amanda and Liz did a great job with it. So yeah, we worked super hard on it. I know Amanda, Liz, Wandy, Mia helped out a little bit, Carter, bunches of other people that I'm forgetting names of currently. Everybody took a lot of time to put this together. It's a super great area, and you guys are going to love it. So I hope you're able to join us at 8 p.m. on Fridays. Will there be pumpkins? Of course.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited
Should
for
we
all the
go ahead and
decorations.
share what we're going to do following Fall Fridays? I guess we can. You should stick around after the last week of Fall Fridays. We're going to have a 1-week break. And then the week following that, we're planning on having trick-or-treating within the staff offices. So you can get your inventory ready so you can collect some candy. How fun.
Very exciting. And Mr. Frank, as of now, there are no plans for that, but check back at the keynote to see if anything in that happens.
Yay,
Yes.
diabetes. Harry.
Oh,
Eat in moderation, my friend.
Yeah. I think I calculated this the other day, but you're going to get about like 98 different offices, and you're going to get candy on each in one of them.
Crazy.
Yeah, you guys will definitely have a lot of candy after that.
Yeah, I think it was a 98 or more. A lot of candy.
goodness.
That's insane.
And just putting this out there in case anybody doesn't know where the staff offices are, I still believe there's no warp to that, but if you go to Disney Springs or run in that general direction, it's right across the street in real life. We're in the building that there are actual cast member offices in real life. It's the casting building, right? We're in casting or Team Disney?
Team Disney.
Oh, Team Disney. I
Team
believe.
Disney. So you guys will see both of those buildings. You can't miss Team Disney. It is huge, and you will see the multiple levels of floors with all of the offices.
Mr.
Yeah.
Frank, that's correct. If we get more staff members, there will be more offices and more candy.
Yes.
Which there definitely will be, because I believe some of our CPs are getting really close to GR.
Ooh, how
Ooh, that's
exciting.
exciting.
There will definitely be 100 offices. You will have probably more than 100 stops to gain candy.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a long trick-or-treating
Different
trail.
varieties, too.
Yeah. It will make sure you wear your costume. Bring your costume to Fall Fridays as well. Let's just get in the spirit early.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Halloween is supposed to start at the beginning of August, and it didn't this year, so unfortunate.
Do you guys use your offices often, considering you're in the parks? I mean, I go to mine occasionally just to sit AFK or like store stuff. I don't know for everybody else.
I go to my office like occasionally, but not super often. But I also have a little mailbox that I check about once a week if you want to put something in there.
Mm-hmm.
I go to my office mainly to, gather some more items that I may need, that I have stored in some storage, or just the general, again, as everyone said, checking the mailbox or just seeing if I need anything.
And so I have a question for all of our panelists. We can go down the line again. I don't know if you guys have a favorite memory about being a GR, but maybe we can spend a few minutes and kind of talk about all of that. So, Charlie, do you have a favorite memory that you'd like to share?
A year or two ago, a guest came back online and they noticed me and they remembered that I was like one of the first cast members they saw when they joined the server. And it was really nice because they told me like, you know, that that I was very welcoming, and it was just very nice to hear from the guests that I had a nice and positive impact on them after like a few years. So that was a really nice thing that I experienced on the server. So yeah, it was nice.
That's super awesome. Yeah, I know it is just a Minecraft server, right? But you do learn a lot here, and it's just a nice community to be a part of, and you really do get to make an impact on others because it is guest experience at the end of the day, right?
Yes, it is.
Definitely.
Well, awesome. Thank you for sharing, Charlie.
No problem.
Jess, do you have one?
Oh gosh. Honestly, I just really like how you have no idea what to expect when you get on here every day. It's always a different conversation, and everybody's so friendly and just open to talk about literally anything. Every day is a good memory.
I definitely agree with that. Coming on Discord every day, you'll definitely have a different experience, but have those same quality conversations. And it's just a really awesome feeling to be a part of a community. So I'm going to pull out an old memory for this one. Back in, I don't even know, like 2015, maybe even late 2014. We had some GRs that I was really good friends with while I was a GR at the time. And this was before armor stand animations or anything crazy. And we were trying to figure out how we were going to do the Beauty and the Beast live on stage.
I remember that.
Yes. This was over in Hollywood Studios. And so we were kind of like, what are we going to do? So we decided we were going to choreograph the whole show and just work on it start to finish. Unfortunately, we never debuted the show, but it was still a great experience nonetheless. So that's definitely one of my favorites of other than present day, just being able to hang out with everyone, of course. But yeah, Lizzy, do you have a favorite memory?
My favorite, I think I have to go with the Bed War tournament, the very chaotic Bed War tournament.
How did I forget about that? Oh my goodness.
I was a CP at this time, so I was very shy, and all I remember is I kept getting killed by Mike. He kept killing me.
All right, I'm gonna leave the channel.
We know what's coming.
Oh yeah, please say it.
Once I think I killed you once, Mike, but I don't forget.
I
just remember.
I don't want to remember that.
Very chaotic, and it was my first time kind of experiencing talking to everyone, and I was very shy. But I think after that, and I talked to more people, I fell in love with the community and how fun it was, and yeah.
So what was funny about that tournament was so for y'all, Mike, do you remember when you tried to attack? I don't know what team was it?
Stop.
Mike basically teleported or threw an ender pearl to the top of a base, and he got stuck in a half block when.
All right, Sebastian is now server muted.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, anyways, what he did is he ender pearled into a block and died.
And he's got there.
Instantly.
Didn't he eliminate his team after that?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was like the winning thing because
Set up. I threw an ender pearl off into the void and just like missed entirely. Set up Mike being the only one left on my team.
One thing to point out, I got all the beds that game, so...
I remember when all the Imagineers built a huge castle as their base defense.
Yeah, that was our team again.
Oh, good times. Thank you, Lizzy.
No problem.
I don't know. I know we were talking about possibly doing things like that in the future. We have cast events quite often, besides just hanging out and deciding to spontaneously play games. Like after Thursday Fun Nights, I know a few of you noticed, we would actually go back and have cast members do that same event. So, like Remy's boat race and the obstacle course, we actually timed it and had a first, second, and third place winner for those. So, good times.
It wasn't Garatron.
No, it was not Garatron.
I think that was my favorite experience that I have so far, like the karaoke that we had and all the fun mini games that we had afterwards on TFN with all the staff, you know.
Really good times. All right, Pandemic, do you have a favorite memory?
I more just have like a collective of memories from the big TikTok blow up of early this year. So, chat was really crazy during the day. More towards the afternoon. And sometimes when I came on in the morning, a lot of the loyal players were on, and they were all just so nice and interacting in chat, and we just had a really good time going on rides and stuff. And those were probably my favorite mornings on MC Parks.
Yeah, that was super fun right in the peak of all that. We just had constant rushes of guests that if you guys think back to your first day on the server, I'm hoping you can share this memory that just not even believing that something like this can exist. I don't know how our Imagineers and technicians do it. I don't know. They're just here to help and chat. It's crazy the things that they can do. So it's really awesome to be a part of all of this. All right. Next up, we have Sarah.
Like, I don't know how it started, but one day I just joined and there was like some kind of staff trivia going on, like at /warp trivia BGT. And so I like joined the voice channel and it was like we were answering questions. It was kind of fun. And then all of a sudden, here come llamas and horses and donkeys. I'm not sure what happened, but it was probably my favorite memory, and I'm still glad I have like a picture from it that if you want me to share it, I'll share it.
Go ahead. May
Please
as
do, yeah.
well.
What did I just walk into?
We're sharing memory. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What is that?
I
Don't know. I'm dying laughing.
I'm gonna share another
I
memory.
don't want to approve, but I really approve.
Oh my god.
Sharing our funny memories.
Well, thank you, Sarah, for sharing that memory. Sebastian, go ahead.
I was gonna say another great memory was Kaley, when your birthday. Remember at midnight when we started dancing to the chicken dance?
Oh my god,
That was
at
very
Philhar
fun, too.
Magic, yes.
Yes, I feel our magic. That was very good. Yeah, we'd like to have fun here on the staff team.
Yeah, we're not just a bunch of people like answering questions in chat and building and making rides. We're also just a big family who loves Disney.
Yeah, I think that about wraps up what we had planned to talk with you all about today. So let's go ahead and do a nice Q&A with all y'all. And if you have a question, go ahead and direct it to whoever you would like to talk about your question with. So just as a reminder too, Sarah had talked about what it's like to be a GR day to day. Pandemic talked about running games. Lizzy talked about meet and greets, and then Sebastian and Charlie are trainers. So if you have a question about training or anything of that sort, you can direct it to them.
So Kaley, do you want to take that question about interviews?
Sure, yeah. So with interviews, you are not required to use a microphone. You can just respond to us via direct message, but you do need to be able to join a voice channel. That is all that we require with that.
I have a fun story.
Oh,
go for it.
So this is way back when GRs and technicians were all the same rank.
Oh God.
Is this the thing, the Christmas thing?
Yeah.
Oh man.
My favorite story to tell. And so this is back when Ryan was a GR. Like one of Ryan's first things as GR was like he was like working on a couple of rides and stuff. So way back when, all the GRs we're responsible for doing like the command blocks and stuff for shows and attractions. Pretty crazy, right? But we were working on Totally Tomorrowland Christmas, and Ryan came up to me one day and he's like, "Hey, like, I think we need to have a chat about the show." And I was like, "Oh, like, what's wrong with it?" And he showed me like this massive mess of command blocks and repeaters underneath the Tomorrowland stage. And I was like, "Yeah, like, what are you gonna do?" And he's like, "No, like, read inside the command blocks." And the standards of what we were doing was significantly less professional than where we're at now, and so I look inside the command blocks, and I'm like, I don't see anything wrong. And he's like, look at how Santa Claus is written out. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. Like, it was just a misspelling of the word Santa Claus. And then he's like, now look in this one. And I went one command block over, and it was Santa Claus, but spelled a completely different way. And the GR that was typing out all of the commands had misspelled Santa Claus every single time, but each time was different than the previous time. And it came time for when he wanted to show us the show, and all of my review notes for the entire show were just Santa Claus is misspelled, 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 Santa Claus is misspelled. And it was just for 15 minutes. And that was one of the defining arguments that led to the split between GRs and technicians several years later.
I think that's incredible. Honestly, we should go back and do that again.
Oh no.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
And so when people say, oh, why don't we have the GRs running shows? That is my favorite example to cite. Because had I not looked through that show, we would have shown that to human beings, and like people would have seen that.
And guest relations would have been in charge of happily ever after.
Oh yeah.
No.
That
Learn
brings
more
up
about the challenges of happily ever after at the technician panel today.
Yeah.
Yep.
That brings up some good memories too, though, of running Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. It was always a good time where we got to pick our own jokes and run up on stage. And I don't know if anybody was here for that, but that was also mainly GR run.
I would like to bring that back. That was such a fun. If we could revise it and do it in a better way, here, everyone in this channel. Now, let me make sure Ryan isn't here, so he's not going to yell at me about this. Everyone in this channel, take note. I want us to bring back Laugh Floor, and we're going to do it in a fun way.
Ooh.
That was an exclusive GR panel announcement.
Yeah, congratulations, everyone.
You were the
It was
first
supposed
to
to
know.
be Fall
Exactly.
Friday, and we decided it was too close to the keynote to do two of them.
The hardest thing about interacting with guests, any GRs want to take that one?
Oh,
The trolls.
Usually the
Yeah.
computer screen.
so basically what I've learned is as soon as the trolls start trolling, that's when the guests start asking questions. So it's pretty difficult to balance both of them. But we pull out in the end.
Favorite thing about being a GR? Do we want to go down the list with that one as well?
Sure.
All right. Starting with Charlie. Favorite thing about being a GR?
All of the positive interactions that I've had with guests, and I will continue to have.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then Darren, how about you? Do you have a favorite thing about just working on the server?
So yeah, I'll get like a little bit sentimental for a minute. We have some time. So I think that my favorite takeaway from the server overall, and this really is about the GRs, is kind of like the emotional takeaway that we get to see. And I was talking about this with people at work recently. I was like explaining to my boss what we do and stuff. And I had explained that, like, we serve as like this constant escape for people, like for whatever's going on in their personal lives and stuff. And one particular instance sticks out of we were having just some event on Mumble way back when, and somebody was like, they had like muted their mic, and they said in the chat, they said, "Hey, sorry, I have to mute my mic. My parents are fighting again." And it kind of like solidified to me like just what exactly we're doing, and kind of how like even if you have stuff going on in your personal life, like you could still come on here, have a fun time, not have to worry about anything else going on, whether you're on for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. And just kind of like this higher meaning of what we're doing here. And it really rang true in March when a bunch of CPs were let go from the Walt Disney Company and a bunch of people were furloughed. And there were a bunch of CPs that started coming up on here. And I would get messages after messages after messages from people saying like, oh, hey, like, thank you so much for making the server. Like, because my CP ended so abruptly, I didn't have the chance to like go to the parks and like ride my attraction one last time or like get to see the place where I worked one last time or go to Magic Kingdom one final day. And it's really the interactions that we have along the way that solidify this from, you know, like most of what we're doing here isn't much more, you don't get much more out of it than you do from like watching a YouTube video or something. So having those guest interactions with the GR department and stuff really solidifies what we're doing here. So that's my favorite thing. It's kind of like the aura of MC Parks, I guess, rather than like a specific one thing.
So true, though. It's really the experiences we get to bring to life here. It really does make it just more than another Minecraft server. It's much more than that. But yeah, awesome. Jess, did you have one as well?
There's no way I can follow that up. However, I do like to have the jokes with like certain guests, you know, the same people that keep coming back, like Littlehead and Garrotron. We've had some fun times of just silly things happening. So I do enjoy just getting to know people a little more past just their Minecraft name and kind of seeing how they, you know, interact. Yes, I said your name.
Yeah, I guess we can continue. You know what, Josh? Do you want to share your favorite memory?
Wait, you can do that, or you could just keep reading off names. Take
Zach the Tech, Russian Man 99.
I think we just go read names.
It's Josh's way of saying he doesn't have any fun guests.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Very cool.
I mean, the biggest.
Hi, Amanda to answer too.
The biggest thing is like this is a community of like-minded people, right? I don't have many people who I can talk to about Disney or theme parks outside of here, and it's really nice just to be able to interact with so many people who care about the same things.
I'm gonna have to completely agree with that. That's pretty much what I was gonna say with my favorite memory. It's just really getting to.
You should have went first then.
Oh well, sorry. Just getting to work with and just hang out with guests and cast members that love the theme parks, and just it's really nice to have a group of people that you know you can always rely on. And as Darren was saying earlier, the server will always be here for you if you need someone to talk to. It's much more than just, oh, I'm going to go ride these rides and then leave. It's really a community. And yeah, Lizzy, do you have one that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy, but I've learned so much. It's kind of crazy because it's Minecraft, but I've met so many people from across the world, and I've learned a lot of life lessons being on here, and just getting to know everyone and making new friendships is pretty crazy considering we're on, again, Minecraft. But yeah.
Yeah, half the team is from Europe, right? Like Aaron especially and all of his crew. They're like halfway across the world from us.
Yeah, Fendork, she's from Australia, right? So we just have people from all over the place.
I think Citrus Gosling is also.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think Juandi's in Venezuela.
Mike, do you want to share one?
He can't remember. He was too busy working on Spider-Man.
Definitely, I don't know. Definitely, like, being able to be part of the community and, like, meeting all these really cool people that I've been connecting with and talking to for 5 years at this point. It's pretty cool. And obviously, like, progressing myself as a technician and stuff, you know, starting as a lowly EME who wouldn't listen to Sam about using the show plugin, and then now I'm here. It's pretty neat. It's definitely been a crazy experience, and I wouldn't trade it for a lot of things because I've been, you know, meeting lots of friends, and it's just been really good all around.
I don't mean to intrude, but there are a bunch of huge ducks now at the theater.
Oh,
Oh my.
They're vibing.
they are.
Oh, if you watch the very start of the pre-show for the keynote, there may or may not be a duck video. So it's a new duck video too. So
Ooh.
You have to be there right at 3:30 though to
Yeah.
catch it.
Pandemic, do you have a favorite memory that you want to share?
I don't know. I've just enjoyed every second of being here. Really.
Well, that's always good. I definitely agree with that and hope that most people can as well. Sarah, do you have one as well?
I just love coming on and getting able to spend some time away from real life because, school is kind of boring and long, but coming on here and interacting with my fellow GRs and my friends, it's just really fun and I love being here, basically.
Yay, well, I'm so glad to hear that. All right, then Sebastian, you got one last memory to close us out here?
I'm just gonna say this again. I love all the interactions, all the new friends that we make, even in the staff team or the community itself. It's just amazing. You all are amazing.
Well, I think that was a pretty great way to end out our time here. Thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate all of your time and hope you're super excited for the keynote that will be starting real soon here.
Yeah.
Half
Uh,
hour till
hopefully
the
you learned a
pre-show,
little
about
bit
an hour till the
more
normal
sugar
show.
else.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah.
hopefully you guys were able to learn some more about being a GR and how the process works. And if you still have any questions, feel free to just reach out in message to anybody that's on the team, and we'll be more than happy to help out.
Yeah, and who knows what the future holds? Maybe one of you will be a GR soon.
Yeah.
There are so many ducks up top.
Is that the model?
Oh,
Did we
no.
blow the model up in like your offhand or
Yeah, we did.
something? Oh god.
This
I think-
GR panel still going on?
Oh yeah, there's lots of ducks now.
Oh
Yeah,
boy. What does that have to do with being a GR?
Oh no, they're running
Everything.
away.
Got it.
It's the most important part.
The
We got 20.
Imagineers invaded as large ducks, and they've taken over.
Yes.
Oh no. Great.
We've got 25 minutes till the keynote.
The start of the pre-show for the keynote.
Start of the pre-show.
You
Come on,
fool.
Mike, get it.
I don't come to a panel, it descends into chaos.
Well, I think our panel is mostly done here. We did just wrap up, so it's the duck invasion now.
Did you say the panel was adjourned yet?
Oh no, we haven't. This
Well,
panel.
it's not over.
The panel is DiGiorno. No,
Oof.
adjourned.
Oof. Wow, that's a snub.